Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of the Just Cruzing podcast. Today's topic and today's title is going to be called Breathe, Ram fans. Just breathe. And the reason why I say that is because I know there's a lot of questioning of our offense, our O-line, our running backs, even our receivers. But I'm going to explain to you guys and hopefully break it down to you guys to give you guys some insight as to why you shouldn't be so stressed or worried about our team. I feel pretty good about our Rams standing right now. But the first thing we'll talk about is the O-line. Obviously, everyone's worried about the O-line. Can't block Stafford. Stafford's one of the most sacked quarterback in the league, and I get why, because our O-line has just played so terrible. Sorry for that guy out there. Don't know what he's up to. But anyway, our O-line, after this bye week, we're going to get a lot of our O-line back. And when I say a lot of our O-line back, I mean primarily Edwards. We're getting back Allen back. Havenstein's still back there. And we got Aldrick Jackson, who played phenomenal last week when we played. That's 4 of the 5. And Bobby Evans has shown he can play. He's shown it in the past seasons when we needed him to step up and step in, and he's done so. You know, Joe Boom did the same thing, but just, you know, it's different between, you know, coming in for one game. You know, the defense doesn't have much scouting on you, but when you're doing it every game, then the O-line, the defensive line, you know, gets a taste of your tendencies and, you know, how you move and which is your weaknesses and what's not. And they just kind of exploit you, you know. And I think Joe Noboom's going to get better as he goes on. And after this Achilles injury recovery, hopefully he'll be able to, you know, step up and, you know, play the way we're expecting him to play. But, you know, like I just mentioned, that's our whole line's basically rebuilt right there. And then we just got to stay healthy from there on and out. I think they'll do a better job from blocking him. I think this week against the Niners, you'll see the Rams block a lot better. Obviously, it's a rivalry game, so everyone's blood's pumping. We want to obviously dominate those guys. So I think hopefully that the Rams can do that. And I always say when it comes to playing the Niners, it only comes down to this. You're either not a female dog or you are a female dog. And it's one of those two. And you just got to be able to just say, hey, no more, and just go, you know. And hopefully they'll take that attitude going into this week. My next topic I want to talk about is our running back situation. I posted on the fan page on last Thursday. I think it was last Thursday when the Broncos were playing, and you see Melvin Gordon on the sideline looking disgruntled. And I thought, you know, I think that's still a good option. I would trade for Melvin Gordon. I would give them Cam. I wouldn't give them too much, obviously. 2 disgruntled backs looking for a new fresh start. Melvin Gordon has shown with the Chargers that he can be an all-down back, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. You know, he's a big guy. He can take those. We can put him in for that short yardage. And then also we can just put in Darrell Henderson to change the pace, while also we're getting Kyron Williams back this week, hopefully. But I think that's a really good option. A lot of people are saying Kareem Hunt, Dearness Johnson. Dearness Johnson is not even on our radar. Kareem Hunt, I like him, but I don't think he is the solution. I don't think either Melvin Gordon is the solution. He's a momentarily solution. I believe also he might be on a expiring contract. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But even if he is, like, I would take that, free up some cap there. And, you know, there's our solution for this year. For the coming years, I can see the Rams drafting another running back, but let's also see how Kyron Williams plays as well, because Kyron Williams was the number 1 rated, or was the starter from day one. It was Kyron, Darrell, and then Cam Akers. And you hate to see Cam Akers, you know, do what he's doing. You would think he'd be bought in and want to, you know, be a team guy, and it's just unfortunate that he had to take the route that he did. But hopefully on my radar, I'm pretty much set on Melvin Gordon. I think he'd be a really good solution for this period. Obviously, he's a big back. We don't have a big back. A lot of people were complaining that Sonny Michel needed to be resigned because he's that back that we would need, a big, strong back. But Melvin Gordon, he can do that. Obviously, they're saying, oh, Melvin Gordon has fumble issues, but so does Cam Akers. Cam Akers has fumbled the ball in the most crucial scenarios. And obviously, Melvin Gordon can get better if you go to a new team. You become more motivated when you put new players around Aaron Donald, Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey, you know, you kind of get the idea that they're gonna get better. Obviously, real quick, you see the CMC deal. A lot of people think that they overpaid for him. I would have given up. I would have liked to have CMC, not because he's CMC, but because he solves that problem, you know. But also, too, a lot of people were saying like, oh, they gave up way too much. But at the same time, too, it's just like we gave up a lot for Jalen Ramsey. I don't think we give up, nearly as much as we would give it up for Jalen Ramsey as we do for CMC. We couldn't offer that 4th round pick to the Panthers, which is fine. I mean, that's what you get when you worry about like F them picks. So that's just the bullet you have to bite. But my next point I want to move on to is the receiver position. To me, this is the most I'm most concerned about this position, because in the NFL nowadays you have to have at least 2, at the very minimum 3 good receivers. We have Van Jefferson, he'll be coming back, which will help us offense dramatically, so long as the offensive line can step up and continue to block for Stafford and give him the time that he needs to make those throws. But we're getting back Van Jefferson. Obviously, OBJ is still out there. To me, that seems like a long shot now, just because, you know, the way we're playing. But granted, he loves us and we love him. We know we want him back, and hopefully that our love can bring him back to us, which I would love. He would take our offense again to the next level. But so far right now, I'm excluding that because I just don't think that's very plausible. I just think he would rather be on a team with Mahomes and, you know, a contender. I don't think we're a contender. I don't know if he thinks he can make us a contender. I think he does make us a contender again. Our offense gets way better. But I think it's just the reason why I think this is our main concern is because Ben Skoranek is our number 2 as far statistically as having, you know, the best stats, second stats on our roster. He's the best. He's the next best receiver. And to me, no knock on Ben Skoranek. He's improving. He's done everything we're asking him to do. He's being a fullback. When have you seen a fullback / receiver? Never. So, I guess you can say the Niners guy. But to continue on my point, we got 2 receivers out there that are, you know, on the market, possibly could be DJ Moore and Elijah Moore, 2 Moores. I would love to go for Elijah Moore. I don't know if the Jets are willing to part ways with him. I know DJ Moore is in the same situation, but if you add those 2 guys to the team, you got Cooper Kupp, DJ or Elijah, you got Van Jefferson and Allen Robinson. That sounds really good to me. And then if we're able to get Melvin Gordon back there as well, I think that just changed the whole dynamic of our offense, keeps us, you know, a threat. Elijah Moore and DJ Moore, we need a guy who can take the top off, and clearly we don't have that yet. Obviously, people can make arguments that Van Jefferson's going to be that guy, which I totally agree because he's shown that he can do that. But I just think adding another piece at receiver to help Cooper Kupp, and maybe even hopefully that the Rams during this bye week are doing the utmost to be able to get Allen Robinson a lot more involved in the offense like they did last week, and continue to get his confidence up. But I think those 2 guys would be really good to add. How likely that is to happen, I don't know. Probably low, but I think those would really, you know, help us out dramatically. And the last and final point that I want to talk about is our defense. I think our defense, a lot of people started complaining about, we need a pass rusher, and I totally agree. But here is my rebuttal to that argument. My cats are going off. Here's my rebuttal to that argument. Our defense has been really good. There's one game that the Rams defense really pooped the bed, and that was against the Bills. You know, and the Bills are a juggernaut, not to take anything away from them, but even so, we were down only 10 by halftime. Offense put up no points. So you can't expect the Rams defense to, you know, hold down the fort if our offense is not moving the ball and putting up points, you know. Even against the Niners too, we were down 8. Defense was able to hold the Niners to a field goal. They end up missing the field goal. What happens next? Stafford picked 6. You know, Dallas Cowboys. We're only down 6 at the halftime mark, I believe. And again, just no points. I think we probably have. I think this past game we increased our points after halftime, but before last game we only had 17 points in our in the second half combined through all the games. So that's really bad. So I think I would love to have Brian Burns. I would love to have Brian Burns next to Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Jalen Ramsey, Bobby Wagner, Ernest Jones, all these guys. I would love to have them, but I just don't know if we're willing to pay that steep of a price. They've turned down two compelling offers. I think they're both offering number 1 picks. And if they're not going to take that, I don't know what else they would want to take. They would probably want more for sure. But I think we're doing good. I think this bye week is so helpful, right at the right time. So hopefully we can continue to get better and heal up and get ready for this long stretch that we have. Again, not many people understand that we do have the toughest schedule in the NFL. Granted, it fluctuates between teams because how teams perform throughout the year. But again, I'm very confident in what we're doing and moving forward. And I just want to hopefully I was able to break it down a little bit, maybe ease your mind a little bit, and hopefully give more confidence in our team. But I think at the end of the day, it comes down to coaching. We need to put our players in the perfect position, not perfect, but good positions to be successful and to utilize their skill sets. Hopefully I'll see you guys all there at SoFi Stadium this weekend, where we take on the Niners. It's going to be a tough battle, like always. And like I said, whenever we face the Niners, to me, it always comes down to you're either a female dog or not a female dog. And if you're a female dog, then you need to get on the sideline and let the big dogs eat. Because these Niners, I know you and I know, we don't like them and they don't like us. And that's totally fine because we don't care. But at the end of the day, we want to take it to them and we want to beat them down. We want to give CMC another L back-to-back. So with all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. Hopefully you guys liked my takes. Feel free to comment below where you think I might be wrong, where you think I might be right. And we'll see how it goes. I'll do another video in the middle of the week just to talk about some things. Also, too, I'm open to other topics as well, as far as, talking about the whole NFL and letting me know what you guys think of where the NFL stands. I do basketball as well. I was going to talk basketball, but the Lakers there's a whole thing I want to talk about. I might have to do a whole separate video about the Lakers. But that's what I have today on our Rams, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, I guess. I never thought I'd hear myself say that. But again, that's me, Cruiser Bruiser, signing off. See you guys later. Have a good day.